Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Ben Olson, that's Nathan Fox. We're the founders of LSATdemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. We have an email here from Too Slow Sam, and the subject line is parallel reasoning.
Hi guys, I was hoping you could discuss your strategies for approaching parallel reasoning questions. I dread them when I see them right now, and I want to break out of that mindset. Thanks, Sam.
Okay. So first thing I want to say, Sam, is that yes, you do want to break out of that mindset. I'm glad that that's your goal. And I want you right now to get excited about parallel reasoning questions. They're actually much easier than you think, and they can become your competitive competitive advantage because so many other people think exactly like you do, that they're very difficult and they need to be very technical, and all those things are hurting them, and now they can become your strengths.
Very frequently, the easiest questions in the first 10 or the first 15 can be parallel reasoning questions where there's just one, once you think it through, there's just one obviously correct, like it's just a perfect match. And then there's 4 that are definitely not matches.
Yeah.
I mean, like kindergartners learn how to play the pick the best match game or eliminate, the spot the differences
At the back of your cereal box. Yeah, sure.
Exactly. No, I mean, this is shit that I'm not sure it's like innate.
Yeah. It
probably is innate.
Matching, probably on some level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Think about how racist everybody is. Or like, we just recognize like recognizes like. You can tell similarities and you can also tell differences. Yeah. So it's not hard to do parallel reasoning. They gave you an example of something, then you go find the one that's most similar to that example. How hard could that possibly be? Well, they can be time consuming, but that does not mean that they Sam is described as too slow Sam.
Yeah.
And that kind of tells you why Sam is struggling.
Sam is trying to go fast. Sam is worried about the time. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you would just let go of that, you might realize that these are frequently some of the easiest questions on the test. Yeah. Couple reasons why they're easy. Sometimes they give you a flawed argument and it's like obviously flawed, like Captain, we're going to die unless we get the escape hatch open. And passenger, oh, so if we get the escape hatch open, we're going to live forever.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one of the following is most similar to that? Yeah. And what you would attack that argument and you'd go, hey, dummy, you could still die even if you get the escape hatch open. In fact, you're definitely going to die someday if you get the escape hatch open. Eventually, you're going to get to 110 years old and you're not going to be alive at that point. So, all right, well, then you go look for the same thing where they fail to recognize that even if you avoid this one thing, there are still other ways. It's no guarantee.
Here, can I try to
there will be only
come up with one that's parallel just for the sake of taking your example further?
Oh, sure. We're going to lose every game next year if we don't get a better quarterback. And then fan goes, oh, so if we do get a good quarterback, we'll win every game or we won't lose every game.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. That's exactly the same because you could still lose every game. And when it's, people just don't recognize that half of all logical reasoning questions, all parallel reasoning questions, it's just a simple matter of like thumbs up, thumbs down. Was the argument good or bad? If the argument was good, we need a good answer. If the argument was bad, we need a similarly bad answer. Keep it simple because that's enough to answer like half of all parallel reasoning questions. I'll give one more reason why I think parallel reasoning questions are easy. They're intimidating because the wrong answers are long, right? They take up the entire screen. But you can know that wrong answers are wrong before you even finish reading the whole wrong answer.
Totally.
So superficially, it looks challenging. It looks intimidating. But with some practice, you realize that half the time, I'm not even going to read through the rest of that answer. I'm going to read the first sentence maybe, and I'm going to be like, yeah, no. The given argument was talking about conditional reasoning. There was this unless there that they misinterpreted the unless. And then this answer is talking about cause and effect. Or this answer is talking about whole to part or some normative thing. Or it's just like talking about just totally different shit. Like how can you make this error of conditional reasoning if you're not giving me conditional premises? And that answer is like so easy. It's just like a slam dunk no.
Yeah.
And that's good, right? Because it helps you just move on to the next and the next and the next. And if you find 4 slam dunk no's, then you're left with only probably the correct answer. Yeah, I guess I'll leave it there. That, you know, this stigma, I think it comes from prep companies that focus so much on question type, and especially prep companies that focus on reading the question first. Right. And they're just training people. Oh, read the question first. This is literally like week 1 of their prep is we read the question first so that we can skip question types we don't like. That's how you get to somebody like Sam, you know? And it's unfortunate because they led you astray there, Sam. They gave you very bad advice. You do not have to be intimidated by these questions. You got more to say for Sam?
No, just focus on understanding the original argument intuitively. Do you agree with it?
Yeah.
Do you agree that the conclusion is proven, or do you disagree that the conclusion is proven? And if you disagree, why? And there you're then set up to just intuitively read each answer choice, and you'll find that you can read them quickly. I'm not encouraging you to do so,
of course.
But once you have a solid grasp of the original argument, you're going to be able to go through the 5 answer choices much faster. And like Nate said, we do not read all 5 answer choices. We read all 5 answer choices, but only part of each answer choice until we get to the correct one, and then you better read every word.
Yeah, I gave an example of where I was trying to match this conditional flaw, but there are frequently on parallel reasoning questions actually good arguments. Okay, well, in that context, you know, if they said it rains tomorrow, the circus will be canceled, it will rain tomorrow, therefore the circus will be canceled. Okay. Yeah. Then when I start reading answer choices, any answer that is flawed at all, see ya. I was looking for a perfect argument. I was looking for an argument that actually proved its conclusion. And if you know what that feels like, then you can see right through these bullshit wrong answers that don't actually prove their conclusion. It's easier than you think, Sam. Don't try to rush through it, except on the wrong answer choices. You just got to be looking for reasons why they're wrong instead of looking for reasons why they're right. And when you find a reason why it's wrong, it's probably wrong. So move on to the next.
Great. Email daily at lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.